This episode was recorded before the SAG-AFTRA strike commenced. We at Atomic Broadcasting wish to show solidarity in their fight for a livable wage. To learn more about SAG-AFTRA, feel free to follow the links in the show notes.
You are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
Where were we? That's right, I was making an important announcement. But Sam, you might say, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be at the start of an episode. That's not right. And you are right. I'm not supposed to be here, except for today, because I have an important thing to say. On Tuesday, October 3rd, we will be launching a brand new podcast feed called the Atomic Broadcasting Variety Hour. This feed will be a host to all of our additional content not related to the Written and the Lost, so that we don't put too much in the Written and Lost feed and distract from the main show. We've got some really exciting stuff coming along in the new feed this year, actually. Starting with the launch on October 3rd, we will be releasing a twice-a-week show of the game Delta Green called Operation Convergence, which I will be the GM for, or handler in that system. And I'm really excited for you guys to check it out, because while it is an actual play, it is very different from our main show. Now, like I said, you should be expecting this show every Tuesday and Thursday for most, if not all, of October. We have some other stuff coming along with it, too, by the end of the year, like some actual play goodness, as well as some other stuff, but it is an additional feed, so don't expect it to be as consistently updated as our main feed. We hope you really enjoy it when it launches on October 3rd, and don't forget, let us know how we're doing and what you hear from us that you're really liking. Anyway, enjoy the feature presentation, and have an atomic time. What? Hey,
Yes,
hey,
you get
I'm
over
going.
there. Yes.
I'm going.
This is
Stop
not your
pushing.
time.
I'm going.
Now, where did we leave off? Ah, yes. In the wake of their psychic duel, Hamir confessed to Alward and his mother that he had killed Alward's frenzied father in self-defense. After getting kicked out, he came across the other three, who warned him of the coming danger and convinced him to accompany them to Alward's house to warn him.
So we're just going to tell fun fact?
Yeah, fun fact, fun day.
For the Fuffle Shuffle.
Yeah, for the
Fun fact, Fuffle Shuffle Fun Day.
Yeah.
Fun Fuffle Shuffle fun.
I should not have been making eye contact with you when you said
You really shouldn't.
eye contact is a gateway drug.
It's the Fuffle Shuffle Fun Day music. It's so beautiful. I like the xylophone. We're not supposed to acknowledge it, though.
Breaking all of the rules.
So, for today's topic, I would like to ask all of you a question. And
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep going.
Keep going.
I don't like your face. Not in general, just right now.
I thought you said fun facts. You said fun facts!
Fun fact.
That was not a fun fact. That was a hurtful fact.
Petite does not like Jordy's face.
So, the question I have for you is, what is your favorite video game fun fact? And for those of you who do not have any fun facts, it has to be fun, but it doesn't have to be about video games.
It also doesn't have to be a fact.
But it has to be something that is not an opinion. I'll go first.
Oh, no.
So, I don't know how many of you have heard about the Resident Evil franchise. There's like a lot of games. I think there's 8.
There's way more than 8.
And there's several part 1s and part 2s.
So,
They
within the
multiply like
Resident
ants.
Evil franchise, it originally came from Japan, and it was called Biohazard.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So in Japan, they called it that. But whenever they brought it over to America or the U.S., they wanted to change the name because they were like, we can't copyright this name. There's other people that are using this name. There's a band in New York that has the name. There's another video game on the DOS that has this name. So we can't use it.
The New York.
And then they put it up to a vote within their company and said, hey guys, give us ideas for a name. And one person who thought it was the stupidest name said, Resident Evil. And that won. To further that fact, jump ahead a couple of years, several years, maybe 2 decades.
1 or 2
That's a lot of years.
decades.
Number 7 comes out, Resident Evil 7. And they call it Resident Evil Biohazard.
Oh.
But what would they call it in Japan?
Bum, bum, bum.
Biohazard Resident Evil.
They did.
You're
it
kidding.
was Biohazard.
It's
Resident Evil.
my favorite
Seriously?
crossover.
That's-
Which really actually helps because in the game you face a biohazard, but you also face a resident full of residents that are evil.
That is true. I've played that game.
He is very accurate.
So,
Wait, you have to all like savor my fact
okay.
first.
I have to think of something.
wow.
Such a good
wow.
fact.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
All right, now let me tell my facts.
Enough of that.
So again, just translation stuff. I find it interesting. So in Final Fantasy X, if any of you have ever played it, it's one of my favorite top 10 video games. The very end, spoilers. I'm all about spoilers.
I haven't played it yet.
Well, you're gonna get spoiled.
Play the first 10 first. 9.
You don't have to. Trust me. When Yuna is like Titus is. This is gonna make no sense for anybody who hasn't played this game, where Titus is leaving and like disappearing because he's a dream, and Yuna's hanging on to him like, she's getting pseudo hugged. In Japan, she says thank you, but in America, she says I love you, and I think that's just the better translation.
So
It just fits better thematically.
so they incorrectly translated something better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it just fits better with the story, and I never understand why it's thank you.
It was subtext.
Probably. Like, I bet it makes a lot more sense if I could know Japanese, but I don't.
Does anyone else have any fun facts? Oh, wait. Should we savor that one?
No, those sucked.
Wow.
Ah, yes.
Wow. I just realized I don't know that much about video games.
Well, I'll
doesn't have
tell
to
you
be
a
about
fact
video games.
about the Flash.
I like the Flash.
I had
yeah.
a dream about the Flash.
Who's
last
that
night.
again?
A superhero who runs really fast.
Oh, never heard of that before.
I know. You guys, is anyone here aware of the Flash's secret identity?
Yes.
No.
What is it?
Wait, which one?
Who's been the Flash the longest?
Barry Allen? Is that right?
In publication history.
Oh, I don't know.
It's actually Zeus. That's why
So-
he has the lightning bolts on his ears.
So I like to think of this. I've just read a lot of Flash recently. Barry Allen was like, there was the old original Flash who didn't have
Wait,
like a mask.
hold on. Was I right?
Hold on. So there was the first ever Flash in like the 40s. He had the little helmet. His name was Jay Garrick. He didn't last super long. And then Barry Allen was the Flash, and most people are familiar with Barry Allen from like the movies and stuff. And then he died in like the 70s in the first big crossover. And then Wally West, who was Kid Flash, became the Flash. And he has, still to this day, been the Flash longer than both of the two Flashes.
Why
He has
does-
held the mantle. However, they continually want to push Barry to be the main Flash when Wally seemingly has a very stronger fandom behind him.
You know, every time you tell me something about DC, it's always like they specifically want to do something against what their community wants.
But also Wally's one of the few heroes who has gone from a kid to an adult, gotten married, and had kids, and still has all of that.
so now
Dang.
there's an even
Even though
smaller
he was
Flash.
erased from continuity for like 6 years, and he's back, and then they brought him back.
He's
Actually,
only
he
been
was
erased
gone for like
like
12 years.
6 years.
He was like
but
erased for like 12 years, and he's still been Flash longer.
12 years.
That's his
So how do you
predecessors.
explain this emptiness on your resume?
This isn't
That
like
is when
a.
I was unemployed.
This isn't like a deep fact, but it's just a fun fact that I like.
a fun
It's a Flash fact.
So this fun fact has turned into a discussion. I would like to jump over to the next person in line, if that is all right.
Yeah, that's
hold,
fine.
hold on. Let us savor this fact. Wow.
Abby,
What?
you're up.
About what?
Facts.
I have no facts, but I
You
have a
don't have
lot of
animal
opinions.
facts?
Wait, you have no animal facts?
I do, but there's
Yeah,
a lot
give
of
us an animal
them.
fact.
I don't know.
Just spout one out.
Pick one about a tiger. I like tigers.
Wow.
A specific tiger?
Well, Amy over there goes to church on Sundays and has a potluck. That's
How-
a specific tiger.
How much on average do tigers eat?
Let's not pressure someone to make a fact. Sven,
I was genuinely
fact?
asking a question.
if you don't, it's fine.
I was honestly, I was just when asked about, I want a fact. I just want. Has anybody ever heard of Bose-Einstein condensate?
What?
What?
Is that a chemical?
Are you advertising something?
Is this a common thing that you're using a weird, uncommon name for it?
No.
Are we
This
transitioning
is
into
the
an
technical
ad?
term.
This is a technical term. So Bose-Einstein condensate is actually a really, really cool phenomenon that happens when you get a gas to super cold temperatures, like we're talking 0.00000, etc., above 0 Kelvin, which is absolute zero. And we've been able to recreate this in a laboratory setting. This actually happened a few years ago. And one of the really cool things about it that I find fascinating is if you fire a photon of light through Bose-Einstein condensate, it actually has kind of the properties of slowing it down so you could almost observe it.
Oh,
Making, like slow light.
I think I've seen that.
That's awesome.
Anyway, that's just a cool fact because one of my interests is really, really cold things, and I just have always been interested in the speed of light. And
I'm sorry. One of your interests is cold things.
yes, or if you want the technical term, lack of energy.
Oh, I thought you said cool, and I was
Heat
just
energy.
like,
I mean, technically.
yeah, everybody likes
it's
cool stuff.
and cool.
Hey!
All right.
Wait. Savor it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Wow.
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 Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So
Jordy,
What's your cool fact?
what's your fun fact?
Oh yeah, fun fact. We're doing fun, not cool.
They must be fun. But
I already did the cool
if-
fact.
if they're cool, sometimes cool can be fun.
There are two wolves inside of me. One wolf is saying, give a fun fact. The other wolf is saying, fun fact. This is episode 20.
Oh, that is a fun fact.
Wow.
Speaking of episode 20, where we left off,
Nerd.
buying vegetables for dinner.
I feel like there were more important things afoot.
No, definitely.
So
we
we
need to
spend the
follow my
first 10
sister.
minutes of this episode needs to just be Jordy narrating her buying vegetables.
Yep.
She
All right.
picks up the tomato. She puts down the tomato.
She picks up the radish.
It was
She
too
thumps
red.
the watermelon.
Yeah, your landlord's still missing.
Where's my landlord, Jordy?
He lives on the second floor.
Oh, okay.
There's a balcony where he watches you and is like, yeah, every time we come home.
You can hear him scoot his furniture every 10 minutes. Less like that and more like...
And then there's just a random just boom, 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 boom. And it's just like, what are you doing? Dropping bowling balls?
He has a bowling alley in his
Had
apartment.
neighbors like that before.
He's on a bowling league.
I am the neighbors like that now.
So-
I live on the third floor.
As this bowling ball is just like rattling across the floor, Alward waves you into the house, and Lena's running off to the market to pick vegetables, and Alward's mother is laying down in her room, presumably resting. So the five of you have the living area of the house to yourselves.
Alward, thank you for letting us into your home again, for me at least. So, what I wanted to talk to you about was, I'm just going to get to the point here.
Oh, great. This is going well.
I'm not great at explaining things. Usually I'm the quiet one.
It is you that had the information.
Yes, sorry. I've explained it so many times. I'm glad that you're both here so that I don't have to explain it 2 more times. So, I was speaking to someone, they shall not be named, an informant, and they mentioned that something was coming that we should get out of town. I don't think those were the words that he used, but I wanted to specifically come to you and your family because you live here, and I don't want you to die. I'm sorry, I explained that terribly.
No, I think you summed it up fine.
So,
Some evil people are coming. Then they're going to
I
try and
don't-
wipe out the town.
I don't think I need you to re-explain or speak.
I haven't heard this either, thank you.
Well, I think it's less of a evil people are coming, more that they're already here and are going to start an uprising which will completely dismantle the establishment.
I mean, that's not technically a bad people can survive? It's not like an army is coming through and going to raze the city to the ground.
Well, he made it sound like anybody that was here was probably going to die. He was going to go on vacation. I mean, they were going to go on vacation.
Your contact?
No, my informant.
What's the difference?
They don't contact me, they inform me.
Well, don't they have to contact... I think we're getting a little off topic. So I don't know what you want. I don't think I can just pick up my family and leave.
What is your strength modifier? I'm sure you can pick them up.
It's a +0.
Oh,
I am average
that could be a
build.
problem.
Sometimes.
It is something that we don't wish to see happen to your family.
Well, I don't wish
especially
to see it happen
with
either.
everything we know about the cult and what they're...
Wait, we know things about the cult now?
I don't.
More or less, they want to kill us. Oh, yes. So, Hamir here, if you don't mind, I'm going to... So, he wanted me to give you this helmet for safekeeping because you... No, don't take it. Give it back. Because...
He wanted me to give this to you. Alward takes it. No, not yet.
I am assuming it's because you are the most responsible of all of us.
He has done nothing but call me useless and a disappointment since I've met him.
I just think you're smart.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, whoever holds the helmet is the target. But that's
I'm
neither here
sorry?
nor there. I'm going to put it in my bag now.
Hold
My
on.
intention was
so-
for him.
No, we cannot glass over that. The target?
I'll be honest. I don't think he knew that at that time.
What does that mean?
That's the helmet I took from our last job.
You had the helmet?
Yes.
Why didn't you just give it
It
to
was
them?
in front of that weird monster lady statue.
The one
that made everyone cry?
No, it only
Yes.
made me cry, thank you.
The one that Zephyr couldn't just do anything else but behold its marvelous beauty and cry in front of us.
It was more beautiful than my own mother.
We're getting off topic
I don't
again.
think it
That
was
helmet
the
I
woman.
took from there.
How are they targeting?
It has Uver.
Does
you
it have
said-
some sort
Uver
of
said it-
divination?
Yes. That's what Uver
And you
said. he
brought
found
it
out.
Right on
to
the
my
head.
house.
No,
Well, all things considered,
With
you
my
wanted
family.
it
he
to
brought it to the house.
You wanted me to give it to him.
so that
You
he.
wanted to give me.
I want.
Are you trying to kill me?
Okay, I gave it to him. I gave it to Zephyr to hold overnight, so that if they were gonna try and get it overnight, they would try to kill Zephyr.
that doesn't make it better.
And then we'd give it to you, and you could
And then
help
I
us.
would die.
No, we'd all be together, and you could try and learn something from it.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
'Cause
You
you're
were okay
smart.
with people killing him.
I figured
Full stop.
he's resourceful. I imagine he could get away.
Mind the pun, but I feel like I've been dealt the short stick here.
I paid you for a job, so I trust that you'll be alive.
This is a completely different job.
I know.
You paid him for something.
Don't worry about that part. All I'm saying is I wanted Alward to have it because he could figure out more. He's magic. He's smart. He could probably learn.
Uver's magic.
He
smart.
Uver put it on and almost died.
I'm sorry, what?
It started burning him and his tattoos started glowing.
You brought a cursed helmet into my home.
Well, no. So far, all the testing shows it only burns Uver.
Well, you don't know that. You weren't there. So, as it turns out, it doesn't burn me
I
or
hit
Nero.
it with my crowbar. I think I know a thing or two about it. It didn't hurt me when I wore it. In fact, I almost replaced my regular helmet with it, which would have been very awkward when they tried to kill us.
Do you have it? No. Tink, tink.
Oh my gosh.
At any rate, it sounds like we have the helmet. It's dangerous. You need to see if you can learn something from it. And then the town's under threat, and we might want to get your family out in case something bad happens. Right? Is that what everyone has? Is there more information that's not being shared?
That's all I know.
Neros' father doesn't have a face.
Wait,
Does this have
You
to
have
do
a
with you
father?
visiting the library and finding nothing? The librarian,
Probably.
the librarian said
told
something
us
about that.
I'd
This
love
is
to help
only-
you.
My family has nothing to do with what's happening to the town, so
Are
we
you
don't
sure?
have to talk about that right
Are
now.
you sure of that?
I mean, I'm fairly certain it's not connected with his informant.
Well,
all right.
it's not necessarily. I apparently knew her mother at one point.
it doesn't matter
Well, that's
right
not
now.
shocking. You're very old. I'm sure you would remember.
You probably knew my father at some point.
Except that I don't remember.
You lost more
You
memories.
don't remember anything.
Yes.
So you went to the place, found a book, lost your memories, went back home, and you don't remember your friends.
Big
no-
shocker, Uwe forgets things. It's fine.
Oh, that's a big shocker because this is the first time now, I guess, that I remember
Uwe,
that I forget.
I'm not trying
a
to be
lot.
mean. Can we bring it back to the fact that you guys brought a dangerous helmet that has tracking capabilities into my house and are telling me my family's going to die unless I move them?
Well, first of all, I did not condone the fact that we wanted to give the helmet to you. Second of all, it's where else were we going to put it? We need to carry it with us, or else it'll get with the cult. And third of all, we came here to warn you about the impending doom apparently on this city.
Is it going to happen tomorrow?
In the months?
It's a month.
Then
yes.
why are you here with the
it
helmet?
takes a while to move.
The helmet?
No, just move out of a house.
Yes, your strength modifier isn't high enough to do it in less than a month.
A month is.
Look, we can move within a matter of a week if needed, if faster if we don't want our things. It's not what I'm worried about.
Well, we have a carriage. We rented it.
I'm worried about people knowing where my family lives.
Well, that's
They
easy
won't
enough
if you move.
to learn.
Well,
anyway.
here's the thing. They already know who you are.
Yeah, how did you know where I live?
Your father lives inside of my head. I found out
He's
where.
never been here.
Yeah, but he was curious where you lived.
You stalked me, didn't you?
No. After we played slap hands last night, I went to find your house.
I was slap hands.
That's what he was calling it.
I didn't make it up. That was totally a real thing.
We were doing things last night, and then afterwards, I went to your house.
Okay, well, look, I have to leave back to Copperburget before the end of the week. We could bring my family along. We'll have to get rid of that helmet.
I don't think we should.
This might take a while. Do you have a place for them to stay in Copperburger?
I know a person who might be able to help.
I have an empty house near there. Because I'm not currently staying there. My house is in Tom Grove. It's not that far from Copperburger.
I know where Tom Grove is.
Yeah, I figured.
We were there like
They could stay
3
there.
days ago.
They could stay there till things blow over.
And how do we know Tom Grove's not in danger? Or Copperburget,
Because my
honestly?
informant specifically said.
Why are we trusting his random informant?
I mean, I trust it.
I have connections.
In all honesty, whatever his former employment was I would be inclined to trust it as well.
The underworld has good information.
And I am proficient in underworld lore.
Wow.
There you have it.
Regardless, we don't want to bring danger to your family.
Yet you
That
brought
is-
a helmet with tracking capabilities.
I mean, if they wanted to know where you lived, you were sleeping here every night. It's easy enough.
They already knew what our faces look like.
I suppose that's fair.
And he said the plan is for 1 month out. Plans often accelerate. You never know if it's actually going to happen in a week or
Especially
two.
if the informant informed someone that they informed someone else
Well-
about the information.
And we don't need to be here when that happens either. So we also need to leave.
Well, we planned on leaving. That
Right.
Yes, but this time with your family. Maybe.
Before I learned things today, I was at the library and I've checked out a lot of books about that man that we captured earlier in the week, about his family. We might be able to get some information from them. We can also go talk to him later.
He's dead.
I'm sorry?
He died.
How do you know this?
I went to go talk to him.
Without us.
Oh, yeah, no, he told them about it.
I wasn't told.
That's true.
And he was dead.
They probably took him out to cover their trail.
That's what I was worried about. I wasn't really expecting them to kill him, but I was thinking that they would come get him out.
All right, enough of this. I don't want to do this anymore. Last night we weren't playing slap hands.
What were you doing if not playing slap
Zephyr
hands?
was on his way to kill him.
I'm sorry.
And
I
then
don't discuss business.
I don't want any more weird wedges between
I'm
everyone.
sorry.
This is causing a problem.
You killed him.
Is that
And the thing inside of me helped him kill it.
okay? So that's also a thing we're gonna have to
Which
discuss
thing?
later.
There's like 13.
The entity.
Is
There's
that
an
the one that
entity?
was
Okay.
chained up? That's we noticed.
Yes, there is an entity. Uber saw it and it tried to kill us in my brain.
I am so confused right now.
There is a lot to talk about. This is why I'm starting the discussion about random things
I'm
that we need
pretty
to talk
glad
about.
that we are in someone else's house right now discussing this.
Just
I would
like
much
you-
rather be at the tavern discussing this.
We could go to the tavern, right? But you're making dinner
Yeah.
for us.
No, in the background you hear just chop, 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 chop. It's not even chopping like food anymore. The unseen servant's just chopping the chopping board.
Wait, so Lena has come back with the tomatoes already.
No.
She's getting extra veggies.
Yeah.
We need so many veggies.
The thing is that the safest place for your family right now is with us, unless you know of other bodyguards.
The safest place for my family is with a hired killer
Yes, he knows how to kill.
who at any moment could get hired to kill my family.
He's working for me right now,
mean-
so surely he won't do that.
Considering I tried to save your family, I don't think that I would go that far to kill them.
There's some level of etiquette, you know,
No,
in the underworld.
I don't.
We have rules.
Plus, I'm currently paying him for a job, so I don't think he'd want to make me
I'm
that
getting paid
mad.
for like 3 jobs, or could be.
I mean, hey, Mir, I can't take on more than one job.
I know, but if you took one in direct conflict with my interests,
I mean,
What's your
I don't
interest?
Think that's in direct conflict.
fair enough, it's not, but from a personal conflict.
So you're saying if someone gave you 1,000 gold, you wouldn't kill my family?
Well, I wouldn't get the gold if I didn't take the job.
You wouldn't take that job.
No.
1,000 gold. That's enough to live off of for the rest of your life, and then some.
Look, the matter at hand is your family might die, and I don't want that to happen.
I don't either.
So I believe that we should make a plan to get them out of the city.
I will make the point, and we're going to have to talk about you killing the other guy later.
No,
but
we don't have
I
to.
will.
Yeah, we do.
Well, technically, he killed him.
Also, there's not much to plan, we just take them with us.
Regardless if he is with the party or not, it doesn't really change the fact that he could or could not kill your family.
That's
They
true.
have to
All
get
of you
to
could
it.
kill my family.
You
But,
could kill your family.
I would
Well,
not
for
kill my
one, I
family.
am, anyway, I'm not going to argue that. But
I would.
we are not going to kill your family. In fact, we want to save your family, make sure they are safe.
That's why we're here.
Your dad's in distress right now, in case you're wondering.
I wasn't, but it's good to know that he's here.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead.
Should I bring him up to you now, like when he's feeling things?
How about
Would you like that?
right now? I want
I've never.
none of this to be happening.
Okay, I've never dealt with a
Okay.
dead
I
ghost
feel
of a
like we have
man's
way
father.
too many intertwining storylines here that we haven't resolved.
Yes, that's why we're talking about them.
One thing at a time.
But it needs to be one thing at a time.
That's true, but everything's so interconnected.
Look, Lena will be home soon with the
Seems
extra
that way.
vegetables. You are all staying for dinner with the accursed helmet, and then you can leave.
We are staying for dinner.
I bought the vegetables.
Not
You're
yet.
staying.
I mean, you're gonna kick me out after you bought the or your mom bought the vegetables for me.
Hey, man,
That was to get her away.
If you don't mind.
Huh? What?
Zephyr puts the helmet on.
What?
Why? That's not going to hurt me.
What if that triggers what allows them to know where we're at?
That is true. You should take that off.
We don't know anything about it. I take it off.
Give that back.
Question. As you're touching that helmet,
Yes.
We'd been talking about the way that you wanted to use your feet for Reed's psychometric resonance.
Yes, I was hoping.
Are you kind of focusing on the psychometric resonance on that?
Yeah.
So as you're taking the helmet off of Zephyr, you know, like in the movie version of The Lord of the Rings with Peter Jackson, when Gandalf like covers up the Palantir and there's like just a flash of the Eye of Sauron. You get like a sort of like just like a flash of just like pent up malice and despair as you're picking up the helmet. And I'd like you to make a reflex save.
Ooh.
Reflex save.
Reflex.
I do need to remind you, I'm at 1 HP.
Fine.
What?
Okay.
Do you want me to heal you with my chalice?
Oh, yeah.
Too late. 14.
You manage to not drop the helmet.
Okay.
Oh.
I am going to then pick it up with my mage hand and just sort of move it to the center of the table.
But I wanted it back.
No.
What was that?
What was what? I moved the helmet off of his head and set it to the center of the table.
Butterfingers.
There would probably be like a noticeable like physical recoil.
I know.
It's like when he touched my chalice. Did you see any other weird visions?
I touched your chalice for a minute.
Oh, is that a thing?
But
Does it take like a minute? to
I
get
don't like
things?
doing it.
what did you feel from it? It seems that you had a reaction to it.
A lot. Like very...
Evil.
So you don't really feel evil. Evil's like, it is a thing. Not evil,
I mean,
but
speak for yourself.
malice.
Yes. A deep malice. And
You know, actually, and then I mage hand the helmet closer to Nero's because I'm like, maybe don't put it near the person that it can hurt.
I felt the same when I put it on my head. And that is a perfect way to describe it. A malice so deep and so strong that it devours whatever it touches.
Can one of you please put it away before my sister gets back?
Yeah, sure.
I can.
No, actually, Sophia, you should hold on.
No.
I was about to say we're going to start this whole cycle over again.
I forgot what it did.
You do know he wants you to die, right?
No, I don't want him to die.
He's okay with you
I'm
dying.
sticking with all of you, so
Yeah, he'll be fine. But if one of us was going to die, I would... You know what? That wasn't phrased right.
Are we still doing phrasing?
At any rate. Yes, I gave it to Sophia.
it's all right. I can handle it. I can handle it.
I have to finish cooking. As I said, you're all staying, except if Amir, you would wish to leave.
No, I'm fine.
Do you mind if I help in the kitchen?
There's not much to help, but sure, make sure the pot doesn't boil over. My unseen servant has been chopping nothing but wood for the past 5 minutes.
Oh, good. For the fire.
No, it's just been the cutting board.
Oh. Well,
cutting
I can
boards
start
you
the
have.
fire.
Is your family here?
You know the girl that ran into my home and then I sent to go get vegetables?
Yes, but you mentioned your mother.
She's not feeling well at the moment.
I am sorry to hear that.
Oh, if she comes out, she's going to be very surprised at 5 strangers in her kitchen.
She knows 2 of you.
Oh, 3 strangers in her kitchen.
Also, I'm...
2 strangers in her kitchen.
It's like, what kind of math is this?
This is why I gave him the helmet. You can't sell the helmet.
Wait, I forgot Lena. 6 strangers in her kitchen.
She doesn't have Uver disease.
It's just an old man and a translucent child. 20-year-old.
What?
Young
Not a child.
young adult. Is that
Adult.
better?
No.
Adolescent?
Adult.
I'm not an adolescent either. Whatever.
Young adult?
You're
is that the
you're
word?
a young child to me.
I'm not. Don't touch me.
So I guess we're staying here
I'm
until
not a
dinner's
child.
done.
I go to cook dinner.
I go with you.
Alward.
What?
Do you have any alcohol?
No.
Dang it.
So speaking of,
I have tea if you'd like tea.
No.
Coffee?
It's not strong enough. What?
you,
Me.
yes,
What?
we were at the library,
Yeah.
and the librarian said you were looking for heraldry and genealogy stuff, which we were also looking for.
Yep.
And she said that you didn't find anything,
Correct.
and that she mentioned something about it seeming odd and strange.
It is odd.
So why? What's
And
going on with
strange.
you?
What's going on with me?
Is this affecting us?
No, not directly.
Do I need to be worried about something with your family?
No, I don't think you do.
Do you have evil fathers?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't.
What are you insinuating?
I don't know.
I don't think.
I do
don't
have
know
a
if-
question,
I don't know
actually.
if my family was evil or not.
Can you show him the locket?
I was. Yeah, it's on my literally on my list of things to do. Thank you.
I just gave
It's right here under questions
I just gave
on my character
a
profile.
locket.
Can Hamer see Nero's dad's face
Is there something
with
wrong with
his
your
ghost things happening and stuff?
Is there something wrong with your dad's face? Wait, you do know your parents.
No, I don't know my parents.
I'm confused.
I am too. So no, I'll give the locket to Hamir and open it up.
Oh, sure. Let me take a look.
Yeah. So you see the two fetchlings. One's a woman, one's a man. Can he see his face?
And like Uver and Zephyr, it seems as if the man's face was just underpainted and then new details were added.
Esoteric lore.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Cool.
I want to touch it.
And/or curse lore.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do esoteric lore.
26. Wow.
As best as you can tell, this was how the painting was created. You know, and Hamir knows, that's really odd. Why would somebody paint a portrait of, a woman with a face and a man without a face?
Invisible ink.
Trying to kind of mull over why would Nero see a face when the rest of you don't, the best you can think of is that, how do I put this? Nero's has something that she's bringing to the locket that you don't.
Ah.
Like, you get the sense of, like, two pieces of a puzzle and you're missing a puzzle piece.
Do you have something else related to your family or this locket that's not your DNA?
Yeah. And she brings out a letter.
Yeah, let me see that.
Eh.
Does that do it? I wasn't sure if maybe I tried.
It took me a little bit to figure out where you were going with that. I see it now.
If she
and
has
no.
another item on her that connects with this, that's letting her see it.
That's the only other item I have related to my family.
And
What about related to you?
I mean, I have myself.
That's it. You didn't bring anything else special to the table. That's not what I meant. Uver, I see the face you're making.
I wasn't.
I don't have any.
Never mind.
Always
else.
the one with words.
I do have high charisma.
Those two things in your hand.
Yeah.
It's the only two things I have in my family.
All right. Then it's probably just your DNA. Letting you see it.
I don't think.
It's like a puzzle. There's two pieces to it. There's something that unlocks the face. That's how it was made. Either it's your family, or it's some connection to an item or something else, like a key of some sort, to unlock the face. I don't know why they would do that, but that seems to be the case.
Can I assume that I can hear all the conversations?
Oh, yeah. The
Okay.
building's not really big enough
From
for you
the
to not
kitchen, I'm
hear.
just going to shout, it's probably her memories. And then just continue my business.
Are you missing any memories?
No,
Are you aware you're missing any memories?
not that I'm aware of.
Because I could definitely see that he was missing memories. I saw it. I looked in his brain.
Why don't you reach inside her mind like you did Uver's?
I
Not
wouldn't-
in my house.
I would not suggest something so rash.
We could, but you might die.
I'd rather not die, thank you.
That's usually the answer.
Usually.
Well, Uver said yes.
Uver's made some decisions lately.
I acknowledge that was rather reckless of me, and I will try not to do so in the future. But let me try something. There is something I might be able to discern from
Last
your
time you
locket.
tried something, your head got lit on fire.
It's true.
I'm just going to cast a little spell,
Actually, it was mostly his arms.
And I'm going to cast Read Aura on the locket.
Read aura.
Yeah.
So after a minute of concentrating, as you're focusing on Read Aura, the locket is not magical.
That is unfortunate. There doesn't seem to be anything magical about this locket. Or the letter. I'll try it on the letter.
I doubt anything's magical about this letter. It's just a letter.
We are grasping at straws as it is. We might as well try.
Illusion no. The letter is also non-magical.
All right. So you have a locket from your dad and mom, and your dad's face is not visible to us, but you get a good look at it.
Yep.
So what's going on with your family then? You just don't. You're trying to find them.
Trying to find them.
When did you last see them?
Probably when I was a few days old.
Oh.
I was left on the doorstep of an orphanage with this note.
Okay, and then you still haven't found any information about them?
No, anything I tried to find, it's been erased from history.
Much
with
like
the heraldries,
like his memories.
like his
have been
memories.
erased.
And fun fact, he knew my mum.
He mentioned that. I wasn't surprised. He's an old man.
So I
Yes.
don't know how that's connected.
But the thing is it's not that I didn't just met her on the side of a street.
No, they were friends.
Hamir begins comparing their faces
He's not
just
my
mentally
dad.
for a second, and then just brushes it off.
He does not look like the person in this locket.
I am a dwarf.
I know,
Not
her nose is
officially.
too small.
Well, regardless, apparently I knew her mother, and we were traveling companions. Sadir once said that we came into town for some information for him, to get from him. And that he also informed me that this isn't the first time that I've lost my memories.
That happens to people when they get old, you know.
Yeah, you are
Yes,
very
of course,
old.
but not like they've been taken out of my brain like
I'm
you
also
already
aware
did.
of that. I did see your brain.
I acknowledge that I am old, but I don't feel old. Does that make sense?
Sure. You use magic. That's all I need.
You're like Mother Gothel.
I don't know who that is, but
'Cause
I'm quite
weren't-
certain I'm
Weren't
not
you
like
muttering
that.
to yourself about feeling old when we were in the library? The underground one in the vault?
Yes, I remember. After that terrible business with the chalice, that I did feel old then.
Well, what if you not having all your memories keeps you not feeling old?
I would rather feel old and pass with my memories intact than to have this curse.
Fair enough, but what if a younger you didn't feel that way? What if you started this on yourself?
Then I would call my younger self a fool.
Okay.
Alward's going to poke his head out from the kitchen. And be like, Uver, if you want your map, it's over by the books and things from the library I got today.
Oh, thank you.
Your notes were garbage and not helpful. They weren't garbage. I could read them. They were just not helpful.
And unfortunately, they aren't very helpful to me either. But I think that my next step would be to go to this place in Grungir.
The forest?
Yes.
Do I know anything about this forest?
Grungir Forest?
Yeah.
So, in general, all of you know, because this is like really basic local knowledge information stuff, Grungir Forest is partially a very Fey active forest. There's actually like a city of Fey that lives in the forest. But the further you get into the forest and the further you get away from that Fey city, the more it ends up becoming your quintessential forbidden forest of like who knows what rules reality follows in there, and people who go there never come back.
Okay, cool.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
I,
At least not yet.
I'm sure if we all go, we would be fine.
I'm sure if we all go, we'd die.
Or if we all go, we all get erased like her family did.
Too soon.
Well, I'm saying if we don't,
memories
or
erased.
all I'm saying is we don't know who they're bringing them there is what caused that.
my experience in Zagungia Forest, because that is the first memory I have, actually, as it's in the library, was not bad, per se. It was actually someone that I met there that sent me on to meet all of you.
Who did you meet?
A very old and wise person. Or thing.
What?
I don't want to bring them into this, but regardless, they are the ones that sent me on to you, and when I talked to them, they didn't know why I didn't remember anything. So...
Where's my sister?
She's still coming.
She's got to go all the way to the market and come all the way back.
I'm making sure nothing bad has happened.
She's still shopping. It hasn't been a suspicious amount of time at all.
It has, though.
The way you said that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Quit being sus.
How long has it? Like, should Alward canonically be worried?
No.
Okay.
Just as Alward is beginning to go, "Where's Lena?" the door opens and she comes in with a basket full of veggies.
Perfect.
The helmet is in
my
pocket.
Yours.
Your
My
bag.
satchel.
Satchel.
His helmet satchel. It's shaped exactly like the helmet.
Where I keep all my helmets.
Well, isn't this a fun little group? So we're going back and getting paid for this job of fetching books.
Yes. I also need to go back and talk to them about who owns Copperburget.
That as well. You need to go back to your forest or find your missing memories.
Yes.
You need to find your missing family. I need to find my missing daughter.
I need to find my missing plot.
You have a daughter.
Yeah, I mentioned my wife was pregnant when I went to the war.
Right, I remember now. Sorry.
When I was a young boy. You need to just keep making money.
Sure.
Is there any other underlying evil mysteries that might haunt any of us in your life, Alward? Aside from your father, who's literally haunting me.
That's your doing, and honestly, you deserve it.
He's comforting
good job,
you.
Wherever
He's
good
got
job,
his arm around you.
Father. Good. Just spinning around.
Well, now he's taking a step back from me.
The only thing I need to do is keep my family safe.
Cool.
I agree.
I'm glad you agree with the only thing that I need to do is keep my family safe.
So I guess a question here is, we've all learned a lot about ourselves and each other. We're about to all be done with each other. Are we doing more things together, or is this the last time seeing of you people? Or is that a conversation we have after we get paid? I don't know if any of you are very interested in this Aridson thing, because I'd rather not risk my life dealing with a mad cult.
Here in the Volden household, we do have a rule. No business at the dinner table. And then my unseen servant comes out and puts soup in front of everybody.
What type of soup is this?
Not in front of my sister. It's rude.
It's the middle of talking, and you just put food down to interrupt my business talk.
Because no business at the table.
I'm absolutely famished.
Also, no magic at the table. My mother does not like that.
I just point to your unseen servants.
He's a servant of the house. He's different.
What type of soup is this?
Oh, it is beef stroganoff.
That's not.
It's not.
That's not soup
I,
at all.
I did an audible midway through cooking.
He just said he was getting vegetables for dinner.
But he said soup.
With potatoes and carrots.
I was going to say in my
It's a type
history,
of
beef
stew.
stroganoff has no veggies in it.
You have had a sad history.
I would agree with you.
They're on the side.
This is interesting. I don't think I've ever had a dish such as this before.
It's Cheliak's favorite.
Who?
I hate Cheliax. It's a nation to the south of here.
I'm from Cheliak.
I know.
Lena is sitting at the table now, and she's kind of kicking her feet as she's getting her plate, and she's like, I don't remember anything of Cheliax, but Mom says it was nice.
There are many beautiful places down there, young one.
Lena, I didn't get a chance to meet you. Hi.
She looks at you. Alward says you're dangerous.
Well, I am his bodyguard. We're still going with that, right?
That is what all of you are. And Alward kind of like pointedly looks at every one of you.
I mean, sometimes we have to be dangerous.
Except for you. You're one of the researchers.
I mean, we were just picking up books.
Yeah.
It's... regardless, yes. I have many fond memories of the area of Cheliax. And...
Sorry, I'm just kidding. The child is not paying attention to Uver at all, trying to pay attention to this person. And then Uver's like that one grandpa who just needs to tell a story about Cheliax or about the war or whatever. It works great.
Fits very well.
And thus the dinner becomes an awkward many family representations Thanksgiving dinner style extended family conversation sort of situation.
Howard, I don't know what helps you most. Do we need to put a chair up for your dad?
He can't.
He's just hovering, and it's very annoying.
Whenever you say the word dad, Howard just gives you the stare that's like, maybe don't talk about that in front of my sister.
Caleb. I don't. For the other guests, I don't know.
You're just going to continue. Okay, this is... How about just eat the food?
I haven't... Okay, I'm sorry.
Will your mother be joining us?
She's not feeling well. I had the servant take her a dish.
That is...
Lena's just eating the soup, and she's like, Mom's sick.
That's correct, Lena.
I am sorry to hear that. Is she getting better?
It's hard to tell. The other day she was fine, but today she's not.
Hey, Mir, doesn't drinking from that cup of yours help
In
things?
no universe is she going to drink from that cup.
That's fine, but Alward, you also look pretty beat up.
I wonder why.
Would you like some?
I think that we should rest.
I could
for a
patch up
short
your
amount
wounds
of
with
time.
my medicine skills.
Or maybe a long amount
You
of time.
can patch up mental wounds with a medicine skill.
Yes. Because you took damage. Did I mention I'm a brain surgeon as well? It's okay, Sven. You can let it out.
It's okay.
Like you were just waiting to explode.
Sound like a howler monkey over there.
Mechanically, yes.
Maybe after supper.
Okay. Just thought I'd offer.
Before you all leave my home.
Do we have to leave all at the same time? Is that something we're doing?
I mean, no, you feel free to
Most
leave.
of us are staying at the
I
same
need
place.
to discuss with my mom about
That's
things now.
I'm gonna go. Thank you for dinner.
You haven't finished your vegetables.
Someone else can have them if they want.
Zephyr's going to hold up his four fingers. Just,
Zephyr, out!
and he leaves.
Oh, we are leaving.
His plate's perfectly clean.
Oh, no, I left the vegetables.
No one wants to eat my vegetables.
I ate them, but I'm also done. Goodbye. Uver hasn't even touched this.
He's been talking.
Yeah, he's just been talking. His food's gone cold.
Come on, old man.
I keep prestidigitationing every time I think he's about to take a bite.
He sees everybody leaving and he just kind of quickly like, oh.
He stores it all in his beard.
No.
beard bladder.
That's thank you very much for the meal. You have a lovely home, and it was a pleasure meeting you, little lass.
Lena just looks at you. Looks at Alward. You have weird friends.
I wouldn't call them that yet, but yes.
Oh, sorry. Sorry for calling you weird, sir.
What? No, that's the... Okay.
No, it's okay. He's very weird.
That is fine. Yeah, little lady.
Uver just kind of chuckles. It's like he's used to it.
That makes sense.
It's true.
I am a little different than most people. I understand that. But thank you for the meal, and I suppose we will meet again tomorrow. At the tavern?
Yes.
I hope your mother is well. I will take my leave.
You hear me yell from the door.
Can we set a time so that he doesn't sit there for hours?
Well, what time are you going to wake up in the morning, Sophia?
I think we should gauge that on Neros. Hey, Neros! What time you waking up?
She's like halfway down the street.
Yeah, she is. I turn around and keep walking backwards down the street. It's like, whatever time you wake me up.
All right, then we will...
Wait, after you wake up, how much time do you need?
Like 10 minutes.
Okay, last time we had issues.
Okay, can we not yell this down the street?
You're the one who kept going.
We're getting up at noon.
How about we get up at 8, and I'll see you all there at around 8:30.
I will slap you. Promptly at 9.
There's impending danger. We need to...
That's true. A slap could kill someone.
She'll heal up by then.
I think we should just go.
And Uver just starts shuffling everybody out.
All right. Bye. Give your mother my best. Or something like that.
No.
Goodbye.
Shuts door.
Uver, I don't think things are going well on my front.
I
love that so much. I do need to tell my mom about the things and the danger and the such.
I think there are multiple reasons for that, and
I'm not good at the samurai.
no, you're not.
I was a pretty bad dad, from my understanding, too.
Did you ever meet your daughter?
Yeah,
For a long time.
I lived in the same house as she did for about 12 years after she was raised by another family for 10 of her life.
I can understand that would be awkward.
I was a little more concerned about the ghosts and the fact that my wife had been dead and I hadn't known about it for 10 years. And I'd been sending her letters. I didn't really put any attention to my daughter like I should have. So that's why I'm looking for her. I figure we can make things better.
You need to work on your apologies. And delivery.
Are you guys coming, or are you just going to keep
We're walking.
I'm just imagining now they've been outside Alward's door. Just talking. Alward's like, go away.
Your sister comes out with the broom and starts sweeping us away.
Lena's just always sweeping.
She's never finished. She keeps getting interrupted.
Gotta catch up.
It's 1 in the morning, and she's like, I gotta finish.
Lena, go to bed. Poor Lena.
I'm afraid there's not much I can help with that one. But
You're old. Did you never have any family?
I have.
Did that come off a little rude or aggressive? It's late.
At this point, I'm kind of used to it. No, I never met someone and had children. No, I have family back home, but I have not seen them for a long time. I've been up here for some time.
Well, maybe one day.
Yeah, indeed. It would be good, perhaps, to go home again, but not until I figure out what is going on with me.
Fair enough. Let's get back to the tavern.
Indeed. I am in need of rest.
So as Uver and Hamir start making their way towards the tavern, we do a big, like, helicopter crane shot up into the sky and come back down into a street in another part of town where we see Neros approaching the outside of a church.
And I'm gonna like throw the door to the church open, like very casually, like not really with a whole lot of reverence. Just like sling it open. I walk in, just kind of looking around, like, yeah, hasn't changed since last time I've been here. Cool. So I walk up to the Shrine of Pharasma, and Pharasma is the goddess of essentially the afterlife and of fate. And she's just like, sup. A lot's been happening. I don't know if you have anything, to do with that. I have a lot of questions, more than what I had, but, can only do so much with that. By the way, are you having things watch me? Because I'm getting some confusing things that I've been seeing. Don't know if that's with you or anything else, but, some answers would be nice. If you got those. If you don't, I guess I'll just do what I've been doing and try to figure it out as I go. Anyway, nice chatting. Thanks for listening, I guess. And I leave a gold piece. Very over-exaggerated, like, curtsy. And I leave. I go back to the tavern. And I don't talk to anybody. If I see anyone, I don't talk to anyone. I go straight to my room. And she's been very off this past couple days. More irritable than normal. But I go back up to my room, and I don't immediately go to bed. You kind of see her, sitting like crisscross applesauce on her bed, like typical meditation pose. And she kind of goes into like a trance, like she is meditating.
So we fade to black and come back up to see our group of adventurers heading out of town. And Alward, are you bringing your family with you at this point, or are you going to come back for them later?
It's a dangerous road, as we've established.
No matter where we go, it's a dangerous road, though. Because to get to, I can only think of Copperberget.
That's fine.
Tom Grove?
Thank you. To get to Tom Grove,
There's
I think we have to go through Copperberget, don't we?
Yeah.
You could.
Which we will, because we're gonna...
Think of it like a triangle.
I think for safety, because of the helmet thing and everything, I think that Alward would probably want to, if at all possible, but I don't know if they would be able to yet.
I think we can bring them mostly with us to Copperberg and then take them to my house in Tom Grove.
Okay. Because we don't plan on spending a lot of time in Copperberget.
And especially consider that all of us would be helping technically you move.
Yeah, that's true.
As a smart move, though, I believe that the person holding the helmet should not go to the home that we're keeping them at. So
leave the helmet with Salazar.
I mean, I can hold on to it and just hang back.
Also, as a side thing, I did tell my landlord about the danger, because as much as he frustrates me, I don't want anything bad to happen to that old man.
Oh, and that landlord, he's like, "Don't worry, son." Puts a hand on your shoulder. "I believe in you. You'll turn back the evil shadow that hangs over this town."
Wow.
I don't know what you... okay.
Pretty sure we're just leaving.
As you leave with no intention to ever return.
He's my favorite character we've made up, Jordy. I'm sorry.
I really like the fact that we're like, the town's in trouble. We're not going to do anything about it.
Let's leave this town that has trouble.
Let's get out of here.
I mean, that's what they told us to do.
This party.
We now find ourselves following along with this group heading out of town, and you're using the carriage that you rented last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We might have gotten a second to help carry about like some house stuff.
That makes sense. Carried along by sturdy mountain horses with their shaggy fur and manes, clopping down the road. Who is leading this group?
I like leading the horses and
Yeah,
stuff.
like who's in the front?
Well, you know where you used to live, so I think that Amir should be leading.
Well, we're going to Copperberg at first.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm probably with my family, so it's not me.
I can lead. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we're on a road, so not like we're going through wilderness.
Gotcha. So Hamir, up at the front, is the first to notice down the road a ways, there seems to be a few large stones. And you just came down this road on your way to Joel.
Mm-hmm.
And these stones, like one of them is like dead in the center of the road. And then there's another one that's like a few feet down the road from there. And as you're looking back up the road, you see another stone. And they're like in a line crossing the road and heading up into the foothills of the mountains.
Wait, so there's a line of rock stones.
Mm-hmm.
Do they extend all the way to the cliff?
They do, all the way up the cliff, like up into the mountains. They're roughly 8 feet apart.
So it's a giant line of rocks going up the mountain.
Yes, and each of these rocks is about 4 to 6 feet in diameter.
Does this trigger anything for any of us? Are any of us familiar with this? What is this?
It's a line of rocks.
It's a trap.
Well, it can't be actual rocks. These are really big.
What's the distance between them?
People can't have just rolled them up the cliff.
Oh, no, they wouldn't have rolled.
Right.
They would have had to have been carried.
So how'd they get here?
Good question.
Is there like creatures or something we could make checks about to figure this out?
I don't know if you have enough information to know.
Well, I wasn't sure if this is something we know something that does this.
Oh. Sven.
2 questions. 1, what's the distance between these rocks?
About
8
8 feet.
In between, so you can go around them.
You could, yeah.
Okay. Second, are there any footprints? Because these are big rocks. If they were carried.
At this point, I'm assuming you're far enough away that you can't quite see.
Gotcha. So continuing up to the rocks. I'm going to
Well,
keep that question
hold
open.
on. Should we stop our carriages, have the 5 of us go inspect the rocks to let his family stay away from danger if there is any?
So
Are we in woods?
So it's sparse trees. On your left-hand side, the hill continues downward towards like the tundra plains to the north. And on your right side, the like foothills and slopes heading up into the Kodar Mountains south of you.
So real fast. And Alward probably would have told you all before traveling. He's lying to his family, if that's not obvious.
No, we gathered.
Okay. He has a thing to uphold now to where you guys are his bodyguards. So, and he is only meant to help if needed. So I'll still be probably helpful in combat, but I probably won't jump at the bit to go help you with these rocks.
I was actually about to say we should have Alward stay behind to make sure nobody
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to call him for it. I'd be like, Alward, come on, we're checking out the rocks.
Yeah. So that's something he would appreciate if you helped keep up the lie.
I wouldn't.
Too bad.
Alward, I believe you should stay behind and keep watch of your family.
I mean, I wasn't going to move.
If I die because of this, Saphir, I will kill you.
I'll hold you to that.
Zephyr becomes the new
I'm a
holder
little
of the
worried
chalice.
about that, actually.
My dad fades away. Amir exists.
All right, Zephyr, why don't you lead the way to the rocks? Oh, Mr. Bodyguard.
Oh, sure. Why not?
So the 4 of you who are not Alward. That's
The
how I
cool
describe
ones.
the party. The 4 of you who are
Not,
not
but
Alward.
not ours.
The real ones.
The real ones.
Aww.
Zephyr, Hamir,
I'm
Neros,
real.
and Uver begin moving up towards these rocks that are crossing the road. And Uver, you mentioned you're looking around to see if you notice anything. Are the 3 of you focusing more on the rocks, more on, or is everybody just kind of looking around?
Probably just keeping an eye out for everything, not just on the rocks.
I'm looking for things like living creatures or dead creatures. I've got my weapons out.
What about
I've got my
undead
chain ready to
creatures?
like fight, and I got my scroll and stuff. I'm planning to go up against a rock, like use it as cover.
Oh.
Okay.
Gonna go play fish
Like to then like
are ya?
go up against the rock and then like peer around a rock.
go,
That's my goal right now.
Perception checks from everyone.
Hiding Dwayne the Rock.
Even if you, if you
Even
like.
Alward, I would like
I
to see
perceive
things.
absolutely nothing because I rolled a natural 1.
Why were you drinking last night?
It's canon that I wasn't.
Before I roll, does this have to do with initiative, or is this just to see things?
If an encounter were to arise, this might be used for initiative.
Okay.
So I think then once initiative would start, you
Yeah.
have the choice to
Okay.
use your thing.
Well, it's a complete. I forego rolling for initiative to do the thing.
Right. I think
Yeah.
it would be you would just give
So I'm
up on the
gonna
die.
use this roll as that, just so you know.
Okay.
It actually worked.
What'd you do?
Why?
Well, what's your perception?
Yeah, my perception is 22.
What's your bonus?
Uwe?
7.
12. I rolled a 4.
Neros, you got, I'm presuming, a 1.
What's your
Natty 1 for a 7.
7?
And Zephyr.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh. Hamir.
20.
Like nat 20 or
No, 20.
Oh,
20 is
20.
my total.
dirty 20?
Oh, same. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because everybody went ooh, and I was like, oh, that's not.
Wow.
Cool.
It's not as great as it sounds.
So with those rolls, everybody but Neros, no.
I
With
mean, it
those rolls, you're about 20 feet away from the rocks as you're approaching them when you notice movement in the trees up the hill. And you see a 8-foot tall statue of ice coming down the hill,
Oh, no.
carrying a huge boulder on its shoulder.
Oh, let's just let him pass.
And that's where we'll end this episode.
Don't kill my family.
I will.
No.
All right, Jenkins, what new hero point card did you get?
Yeah, I got Catch Your Breath. It's played at the end of my turn. I select myself or an ally within 30 feet. The creature I must choose must have half of their hit points or lower. The creature gains a number of temporary hit points equal to twice the my level, which lasts until the end of combat.
All right, everybody, savor the hit point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks for this. Thanks for this hit point. Thanks for this. Thanks for this hero point, guys. I gotta go watch all of the Owen Wilson movies.
Wow. And we'll see you all in the next episode.
Wow.
This has been an Atomic Broadcasting production. Pathfinder, Galarian, and the Lost Omens world setting are copyright of Paizo. More information at paizo.com. Music in the show is from Monument Studios' collection, as well as assorted artists with some original tracks composed by Jordy Hake. More details in the description. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to share with a friend, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.
I don't want to explain for asthma.
I can explain for asthma.
Sam.
Sounds like he needs to explain your asthma.
All right, everybody.
Wow.